part 2 of 700 BCE on the history wall. And where we stopped, it was King Sennacherib of Assyria who solves the Babylonian problem by razing the entire city and then diverting the Euphrates River over the site. This displaces 500,000 people for food production and for punishment, and he uses this to build a palace without rivals and bring Assyrian art to its pinnacle. And if that's not the story of human civilization, destroy other people, take their wealth, use it to make your own art really great. Also made a huge library and translation center with 60,000 pound statues. Look at that. Wild. He also destroyed the cities of Memphis and Thebes. But in science, water clocks are created, and in music, the 7-string lyres begin. Also, as soon after, a huge cuneiform library is built, but that's destroyed in the sack of Nineveh, which ends this Assyrian Empire by the Babylonians who take over. And also, important in Hindu history is the Vedas were assembled. And the other thing that happened in the Assyrian side, Nebuchadnezzar II makes Judah a tributary and begins the Babylonian captivity period that you read about in the Bible, and the Lamentations of Jeremiah. And the most important thing, in my opinion, in this important century is Lao Tzu records the Tao Te Ching on his way out of town on an ox. And so the story here is that Lao Tzu is known as the great mystic thinker of his time, and he was leaving to go live in the woods for the rest of his life. And as he was riding out of town on an ox, a border guard stopped him and said, "You must leave something of your wisdom." So he took 2 or 3 days and wrote out the Tao Te Ching, perhaps the pinnacle of the human wisdom spirituality books. Certainly one of the most important books in human history. And he wrote that, gave, as they say, gave to the guard, and then left forever. And that was the last they ever saw of him. And that's how the Tao Te Ching came to be, because one smart guard said, "You need to leave a written record of what you think." So there is 700 BCE. If you have any dates from this time period, shoot them over to me and I will add them to the history wall. Thanks.